How to stay motivated when the new year hype fades. Most of the time, people after January, after a few weeks in, they already gave up on their dreams, goals, resolutions. Here, ask yourself, were you better than you were in 2024? If the answer is yes, you won. Hello guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariam and I'm your friend. Welcome to Healthy Habits. I'm so happy that you're here. Today we're gonna talk about another video, another New Year themed video. But no, you can listen to this every single, doesn't matter when. But I thought that it's very, very important so we can discuss about what I have my notes so I don't forget anything. How to stay motivated when the New Year hype fades. This is a very, very important subject because most of the time people after January, after a few weeks in, they already gave up on their dreams, goals, resolutions. They're like, oh my God, it's already hard. It's winter if you wear something cold. So they blame on the winter. If not, they blame on other things but themselves if they don't achieve things. So that's why I wanted to talk about this topic. I have my notes on my phone per usual, so I don't forget anything. And let's dive in without further ado. How to stay motivated when the year hype fades. First of all, motivation. We've talked 1 billion times about the word motivation. We know that it doesn't equal discipline necessarily. Motivation is just a feeling that, oh my God, one day you woke up and if everything was aligned with you, you feel motivated, meaning by everything, I mean your mental health, your physical health, your overall health, your feeling. Maybe you were excited about other things, not related about your motivation, but you feel really motivated after all, which is, there is nothing wrong with that. It's just, we need to be conscious that it's just a feeling. It doesn't equal motivation, discipline. And I think once you realize that motivation is just one day it's here, the other day it's not, you will not care as much about motivation rather than discipline. And when you don't have motivation, discipline comes up and it's like, see it this way. Motivation fades, discipline enters. That's how I see. Both are important. I'm not telling you the motivation, it's not important. It is important because it will help you to feel more enjoyable, the things that you do, rather than if you just did it out of discipline. It can be sometimes, trust me, I am speaking from experience, it can be painful and hurtful and hard when it's just discipline. So that's why both are important. Anyway, let's dive in. If you start feeling that, oh my God, the hype of New Year starts to fade, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Step one is to remind yourself about your purpose, your core purpose, why you wanted to win in 2026, in upcoming year. It can work regardless the year that we're in, right? So reconnect with your purpose, core purpose. Why? And ask yourself, why does this truly matter? What bigger mission or contribution fires you up? Why it's important to always remember about your purpose. It's because once you know your purpose and you remind yourself your purpose, it's going to be hard to give up. It's going to be hard to wake up and be like, oh my God, I don't have motivation. I'm just gonna not do anything. I am cold again. So once you know your purpose, it's gonna be hard to wake up one day and be like, oh my God, I don't have motivation. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna sleep in. And that's why we need to be connected with our purpose. I have lots of ideas how we can find our purpose. I'm gonna leave it below. But it's very important to know yourself and to know your purpose and why you want to accomplish things, why you want to accomplish those 3 to 5 goals that we talked on the other video. I'm going to link if it's not up yet. Why? Then, once you reconnect with your core purpose, we need to shift our motivation to commitment. The mindset where I must, matters the most than it would be nice, I will do this one day. No, I must do it. The difference about, again, I have a video about this, but the difference between I must versus it would be nice or it would be great to do those things. No, I must do it. There is no negotiation when you tell yourself I must. Another thing that can help you to not care as much about the motivation of the new year, it's when you have some little rituals that can help you to boost your confidence, your discipline again, your motivation again, because as we talked earlier, those discipline and motivation are super important. And by rituals, I don't mean writing pages, writing your grateful list for 30 pages or 30 minutes, or like doing this crazy morning or night routines. No, I know we all don't have time. We are all busy, and I can't recommend you that because I don't do it myself, crazy rituals. So it won't be realistic for me to recommend it to you because I don't do it myself. But if you do it and it works for you, great for you. I'm happy for you. For me, it just doesn't work. My brain will want to go to the action right away. So for me, it's not possible, but it doesn't mean I don't have like little rituals, listening to calm and classical music in the morning time, practicing my peace, being alone, literally scheduling my peace so I can be alone with myself, to be alone with my thoughts, going for my walks, working out, eating healthy. All those things are a little bit like part of me. That's why I call them rituals, because they are now part of my personality and who I am at the end. So it's very important to have something, little rituals that you do every single day. Again, doesn't need to be big. Literally just something. Tell yourself the phrase that I always tell, I am grateful for, and you fill the blank. For you, it might be insignificant. You're like, well, what will it do? But trust me, it accumulates, it builds up, and you will see a huge difference about your mental health overall. Gratitude, it's proven. It links to happiness. It's already proven. So why don't we practice more and more so we can feel that joy and happiness more and more? Another thing that can help you to get over the hype, if it fades away, it's the goals that you have and the resolutions that you have is to put on the action and not wait for the next Monday, the beginning of the month, next year. Some people gave up in the middle of January and tell themselves, I will get better the following year. I mean, you are telling yourself that every single year, every single beginning of the year, it will change? Nothing will change, because there's nothing that you do. Don't get me wrong, I know that life can be hard. We all go through different things. But at the same time, if you want to win in this life, doesn't matter your gender, you need to work on it. I know why. Most people think only men can win and men can work and men can hustle. No, nowadays, surprise, surprise, everyone can hustle and everyone can win. Do I think that still they need to be in their masculine energy? Man needs to be in their masculine energy and woman needs to be in their feminine energy? Yes, but when it comes to business, we are going in, okay? When it comes to my personal life, yes, of course I can be in my feminine energy, but when it comes to business, because my purpose is so big, I can't always be in my feminine energy. If I continue to be in my feminine energy, I'm not gonna win, and other people will eat me up, literally. So I know why I'm talking about this, but yeah. So that's not an excuse that, I can't win because I'm a woman, or I can't, all the limiting beliefs that we tell ourselves, whatever. Or men also tell themselves, I don't have this much of money, so I can't accomplish things. Or my environment, it's not the right environment for me, or this or that, or just limiting beliefs. Get over it. Get over it. Once you put the action on, you need to track it, meaning once you accomplish things, you need to realize that you accomplish it. So it can boost again your motivation. It can boost again your purpose why you're doing those things. See, most of the time when we accomplish things, most of us, we don't realize we've accomplished until someone else pointed out, oh my God, you've done that? Oh, really? Oh my God, I could never. And then once they tell us that, then we realize, oh, well, yeah, that's true. I've done that. Why? It's because we don't look back. We always want to change the next goal, the next thing, the next financial situation, the next house, the next car, the next phone, the next everything. But we don't set back and actually make and actually think, oh, but I've done that. I've done this. I've done this. I've done this. That's why it's important to review your year. That's one of the exercises I love to do with my clients as well. It's to review your year. What did you do in January, past February, relating to their word of the year, obviously. And they realize themselves, oh my God, I've done all of those things I forgot. Because we are so many, in our day-to-day life, most of the time it's all habits, right? So we do things just to do because we are used to do. And we forget that, well, we've accomplished all of those things. So it's very important to celebrate also what you will achieve, but what you've already achieved. Very important. And the last thing about how to stay motivated when the new year hype fades, it's to learn that not everything it's a failure. I see it as a lesson. We should see it as a lesson. If you wanted to accomplish your goal and it didn't happen, so what? The more time goes by, more I'm telling myself that phrase. If something doesn't happen that I wanted to, I'm like, so what? So what? And somehow I feel better. But yeah, really, so what? Does it mean that I'm not going to work harder to make it happen? Yes, I'm going to work harder to make it happen. But if at this moment, right now, it didn't happen, so what? It will. It didn't happen yet, but it will. But for that, you need to put hard work on. You need to work on it. And almost in every video, you'll see me telling you, you need to work. You need to work. You need to work. You need to work for it. It will not come easily. And I truly, truly, truly mean it. The hype, the motivation of the new year when everyone is excited at the beginning of January and then it goes away. It's because it's not part of their personality yet. Being more mindful, whatever you consume as a liquid form or food or going to the gym, working out, moving your body, you give up because it's not part of you yet, but it will be. But for that, you need to allocate more time. Once it's in your identity, you can't go back. I can't imagine my life not moving my body, not doing my workouts. I just can't. Because it's part of me at this point. It's part of my identity. It's who I am. I am someone who moves. I'm someone who works out. I'm someone who is conscious about their health. Since I consider myself someone that is doing those things, I can go back. Do you think I'm going to wake up one day and be like, yeah, well, I feel like consuming lots of alcohol, eating lots of junk food, and just watching TV shows every hour or every single week in that month, or every single that day or that week or that month? No, I could never, because I don't identify myself to that person who can do that. Once it becomes in your identity and part of your identity, you can go back. You just can't. And that's the price that we pay when we work on ourselves. But I'm willing to pay. I rather do that than not to do it. Is it hard? Do I face lots of challenges about myself? Do I face lots of personality traits I wish I didn't have? Lots of habits I wish I didn't have? Yes, but guess what? Since I'm aware of it, I can work on it. Most people are not even aware on it, on the things that they want to get better. They are just wishing, and for them it might be nice to have those things or to work on those things, but they don't know exactly what they need to work on. For it to become in your identity, you need to allocate lots of hard work, yes, but also lots of time, because it requires time. I'm not gonna tell you years because I don't want to scare you, but sometimes it takes years. Most of the time it takes years, but guess what? It's worth it. At the end of the day, you will never regret on working on yourself. You will never regret on understanding yourself or understanding your thoughts, on working on your peace, on getting better. Because not only is good for you, those things, but it's also good for your environment, for the people that you love, that you care, your kids, your future generation, literally. The other day, I realized that we are literally the first generation that, yes, grew up with internet and whatever. Well, the next one, mostly, I didn't grow up with internet. But we are the first generation that, as women in this society, they are getting married later than ever, having kids later than ever. Do you realize the impact that we'll have in our society? That why? It's because we can financially support ourselves, and I don't care what other people tell you, that's the main reason. And also, we understood that we are okay with ourselves. If you want a partner, significant other, husband, whatever, it's because they are going to add something into your life. Whether it's their personality traits, just the way they love you, respect you, they are adding something in your life. The peace they can add you. We understood finally that being with a man that takes everything out, and you're literally doing everything, taking care of the kids, working here, when working at home, working literally 24/7 every single year of your life, cooking, cleaning, everything. We realized that we don't want that. We just don't want that. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but and that's why, as a man, being a man in this society, it's not enough anymore. Meaning, just working hard, being financial wealthy, having financial freedom. Nowadays, it's not enough. You gotta learn yourself. You gotta work on yourself. You gotta help your significant other. It's a mutual helping, by the way. I don't mean that, men needs to do everything. No. I'm self-aware that we are not the same. I'm aware that we are not the same. And I'm not telling you that men should start suddenly do everything instead of women. Now they're the maid that works 24/7. No. But the dynamic needs to switch. We can't live like it's 1994. That's why marriage is mostly benefit men than women, and it always has been the case. But now, with this generation, it's starting to switch, and that's why some people are frustrated. Anyway, guys, this is another topic that I might do, but back to the new year hype, new year, new me hype. What counts is to be better than you were last year. That's what it counts. Doesn't mean new me, new year. You can't completely change yourself right away in a year, but just being better than you were last year. Ask yourself, were you better than you were in 2024? If the answer is yes, you won. If the answer is, I don't know, no, not so much, well, you have new opportunity to work on yourself this year. So the end of this year, well, upcoming year 2026, you can say proudly that yes, I was better. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was right to the point and it was helpful for you per usual. Please come back for more. We have a video once a week. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and also ring the bell so you don't miss any healthy habits. Before I go, per usual, don't forget, don't give up for just one more day. We need you. Bye.